Starting in about 2010, coal prices really rocketed. It led to a between 500% and 600% increase in coal license applications. We didn't have the systems in place to really move those pieces along. Mineral Titles branch stepped forward and started to develop a process to work with First Nations, other agencies, to decide to design a process to get through those huge backlog of applications. Some have been sitting 10 years, and as coal prices continue to stay high, they had to find a way to move those through to drive the economy.
In my opinion, there were a few factors that kind of contributed to the backlog. Our process up to that point in time was very antiquated, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it was primarily about drawing on pieces of paper, filling things in by hand, and just a really manual, labor-intensive, slow process. At that time, our relationship with the Treaty 8 First Nations was really difficult. It wasn't very engaged and it wasn't collaborative, and the opportunity to move applications out of our shop and out for consultation just wasn't really there.
It was important to approach the Treaty 8 First Nations affected by these coal license applications because they have treaty rights to hunt, trap, and fish, and their treaty rights would be potentially impacted by these applications.
During the review, it became apparent that there were significant overlaps with very important caribou habitat. Subsequently, there were discussions with First Nations as well as proponents as to how the application areas can be amended to be protected through a coal land reserve. In the initial batching stage, when we were determining how we were going to be reviewing and basically chopping up over 100 applications into 6 batches. Some of that analysis came out of mapping.
The caribou was a really interesting piece. It was a critical piece to really getting a good sense of where did those caribou values overlap with the applications that we're receiving. And once you've got that information, you can actually make an informed decision, or you can develop an informed process and strategy around it. The importance to us was being able to share that information both with the companies and also with the Treaty 8 First Nations to make sure it was really clear to them that there are values that are impacted, and this is what that value particularly looks like.
This process addressed the needs of First Nations by providing the funding, the capacity increase to address this short-term project so that they could put the staff and the resources towards these applications.
This project was really innovative because it took a huge problem that was holding up mineral development, coal development in the Northeast, and put a timeline on it and developed a strategy with industry, First Nations, and government to solve the problem. And they did that. You can never control prices, but they've solved the problem and will be ready and poised to catch the next wave.